hell is Red thinking?
I know.
It hasn't been that long since that happened to you, and he's already making you stand out. Really?
As soon as we got to our seats, we let out a sigh. Soy especially looked really worried. The smile she made in front of everyone must have been fake. Well, I guess she has no choice but to be worried since she saw me in danger herself. I felt thankful for making her worry. You felt... Oh, I thought you... Whoops. I totally misread that. Sorry. I felt sorry for making her worry, but on the other hand, I felt so thankful. I said in a feeble voice, "Sorry for making you worry. And thanks for taking care of that just now."
I'll make you pay for it, so don't worry.
Soy glimpsed at me, and she turned back to her usual bright self. Thanks to that, I felt much better. Finally lunchtime. I took out the piece of bread I had. I went to the cafeteria during recess and got my lunch earlier. Now that's clever. Besides, it was too uncomfortable to stay in the classroom. The kids all whispered about me, but thankfully their glares dissipated as time passed by. Nothing really happened except getting questions on how I ended up being in the play with Red. Then, too, Soy stepped up and made up an excuse. I didn't say anything, so nothing wrong slips out of my mouth. I should really keep my distance with the Hot Five at the Academy. But I only think about it and never put it into action. First, the two of them are in my class, and Yuri's a teacher. And plus, now I'm in a play with Red. I should just be glad that I'm not somehow linked to Tay. You should be very, very glad about this fact. I was thinking this and that when Soy approached me. I always go to the cafeteria by myself to get bread, but Soy and Shimbi eat together. They come to school together and always stop by a convenience store to buy lunch packs. But it was only Soy who came to sit with me today. Shimbi's not here?
She's busy modeling. It's not so bad to eat with you sometimes,
Soy said while nibbling on her food. After glancing at me, she let out a sigh.
Every day's so crazy because of the Hot Five. You suffer the most, but so do I.
Soy swallowed the food in her mouth. Her eyes glistened as she suddenly plopped her chin in her hand.
What in the world is Tay?
Tay?
What is he like? I'm talking about his taste. I did bring a present today, but...
A present? You?
Yeah.
I asked her with worry. Didn't you hear?
That Tay doesn't take presents from anyone?
Soy shrugged her shoulders. But you're still going to give it to him? I asked carefully. I didn't want Soy to become another girl who gets refused by Tay. But there was confidence in her eyes.
Yeah, but I want to try something different.
After saying that, Soy grinned at me. I saw a glare in her eyes. Why are you looking at me like that? Please don't ask me to give him this gift again. I backed away a bit, but she came closer. Oh, I think she wants me to do something for her. Soy sparkled her eyes.
Can you go to Banjul with me after school?
Huh? What's on her mind?
So my plan is...
Isn't there a member of the drama club in Class N? She's playing the heroine? Someone cut Soy's words. It was a voice I've never heard before. Soy and I turned our gazes to the unfamiliar boy. Who is he? Huh? Oh, I think that's me. I've never seen him before. He widened his eyes at my answer. You're the one Red convinced to play the heroine. Yes, that's me, but who are you? I was puzzled and asked. His face grew brighter. Oh, I'm glad you were here. I'm the president of the drama club. Oh! I hurriedly said hi. Come to think of it, Lance did list my name, but I haven't met any of the members yet. I didn't even know who the president is. That's embarrassing. Oh, hi! Thankfully, he didn't seem to mind. He cheerfully held out his hand for a handshake. I shook his hand. Nice to meet you. Thanks for taking the role. Red was so insistent, we got a bit worried. At his words, I remembered how insistent Red was about me taking the role. They must have been pretty worried over not having anyone set for the role. He seemed relieved to finally have someone to play the heroine. Oh, the reason I came to see you is to tell you about the rehearsals. Red said you had to start practicing from today. So I wanted to tell you about the schedule. the president explained kindly. We always rehearse at the music room after school, so you can just come after your classes end. Oh, okay, I will. He looked pleased as I answered enthusiastically. I'll look forward to it. Yeah, I will too. I'll tell the members that you'll be coming, so just be comfortable. Today's the first rehearsal, so we'll introduce ourselves and get to know each other. They're all nice guys, so there's nothing to worry about. Oh, and this. The president handed me something. This is bread? It's harder than you think to rehearse for a play. You have to use a lot of energy, so you have to make sure you eat well. I just wanted to thank you for making the difficult decision, so it's like a welcome gift. Oh, thank you. Is he bribing me? As soon as I took the bread, he went off after saying bye. He's nicer than I thought. I thought he'd be weird since he was putting on an action hero play, but he didn't seem so. Or is he just hiding himself? Anyways, he did come to me himself to explain everything, so he must be nice. I didn't expect the president himself to come say hi. I was mumbling to myself when Soy looked unpleased beside me. What's wrong? Soy grumbled and answered.
If you have to go to rehearsals, you can't go to Banjul with me.
Oh, right. Soy shook my shoulders at my indifferent answer.
Oh, right! That's all you can say? I need your help! Humph!
Soy pouted. I tried to comfort her. I already decided to be in the play. I can't just miss the rehearsal now. If there's anything else I can do, I will.
Fine.
Soy answered as I almost pleaded, and answered, still sounding discontent. Whew, thank God. That was close. School ended safely today! Hooray! I was gathering my things to prepare to go home when I heard something rustle. You gotta go to rehearsals, are you dumb? I looked in the bag and saw the red bean pastry the club president gave to me. Oh, right. I have to go to the music room now. I managed to remember from the pastry. Pfft. I was about to head into the music room when Soy came to me.
Wait.
Huh?
My original plan failed because you can't go to Banjul, but I can't wait anymore.
What? Soy took something out from her bag. It was a small, cutely wrapped bag, and inside were a bunch of colorful candies. She gave it to me. What is this?
It's my present for Tay. You give it to him for me. You're going to see him tomorrow morning anyways.
Huh? You're not going to give it to him yourself? Soy waved her fingers at my question. Not again!
If I give it to him, then he'll reject me like he did to all the other girls. Do I look that dumb?
Soy plopped her hand on my shoulder.
You're close with him, so he won't be able to refuse you right away. And don't tell him who's giving it to him. It's better to be mysterious.
This is a terrible idea! Stop doing this to me! Oh, I don't want him coming after me again! Soy smiled.
To put it simply, my plan is to reveal at the very end that all those presents were from me, Soy.
Oh. Soy said confidently, as if she was already in a relationship with him. She must be pretty satisfied with the plan she came up with. I don't know if it will succeed, though. I nodded anyways. All right, fine. I'll give it to Tay.
I believe in you, friend.
I couldn't help but laugh to see Soy pat my shoulders in a determined voice. I can't believe Soy chose to take the roundabout way. She's really changed. Normally she would have just said everything right away. They say love changes people. Soy must really be in love. For some reason, I feel a bit jealous. Don't be. After school, I headed to the music room for the play rehearsal. The rehearsals happen in the music room. I look forward to working with you guys. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I introduced myself in front of all the members. The club president and Red were the only people I knew, so the atmosphere was a bit awkward. Everyone was being polite and clapping when Red yelled out loud, "Heroine! Welcome to the club! I'm so happy we found the perfect person to play the heroine!" Red beamed. Good grief. So many people now.
I'll look forward to it since Red told us so many good things about you.
Well, please understand that this is my first time acting, though, I said in a feeble voice. I don't know what Red told them, but they all looked so eager. I was feeling timid when Red stepped up and said,
Everyone has to be nice to the heroine, all right? Heroine, they're all nice guys, so you'll be friends with them in no time.
All the other members smiled and nodded. Thanks to Red, our first meeting wasn't as awkward as I feared and went well. Everyone trusts and likes Red. I felt a bit jealous of Red since he's so good at standing in front of people and leading them. I understand why Red's so popular. After saying hi, I briefly watched the members rehearse for the play. Since it was my first play, I just had to rehearse reading the script. And after that, I headed home with Red. This music's really pretty. All the club members went together to the bus station, but after we got off from the bus, it was just me and Red. I don't think anything bad will happen again if I just go to school and come home like this. I feel well protected. I glimpsed at Red, thinking I might be bothering him, but thankfully Red seemed happy. Sure enough, he smiled and opened his mouth.
Haha, I feel so awesome.
Because the rehearsal went well?
That too, and I get to come home with heroine like this. Without any of the other boys and just you and me.
Red smiled while scratching his cheeks. I felt good to see his innocent smile.
Oh right, aren't you hungry after rehearsing?
Red rummaged his bag as if he just remembered something. Then he took out a familiar-looking biscuit. I flinched a bit to see it. You're still taking chocolate snacks from that crazy lady? Oh, that's the chocolate biscuit you gave me before. I added quietly. Is the same person still giving him the biscuits? That person is. Just the thought of her makes my heart pound. I felt like the memory I buried deep was about to start crawling up. But Red smiled innocently.
Yeah, I got some today too.
Does the same person give them to you?
Yeah, it's a girl in my class. She always gives them to me.
Red must not know what those biscuits mean yet. Maybe you should tell him about it. He handed me the biscuits he took out from his bag.
Let's eat them together.
But I couldn't easily nod. After recalling that nightmarish incident, I felt scared just to look at those biscuits. No, I'm fine. Oh, right. Come to think of it, I have something to eat too. Seeing Red's chocolate biscuits, I remembered the red bean pastry the club president gave me. I opened the bag and rummaged through it. Red peered into my bag.
What's that?
Huh?
That thing in your bag. Is it a present?
Red was pointing at candy bag, so I handed me earlier. Oh, I'm supposed to give this to Tay. I almost forgot. If I do forget, so I would never forgive me tomorrow morning. Ha ha ha! I was glad I remembered it now. And at the same time, I remembered how she told me not to tell anyone it's from her. I shouldn't tell Red since he might tell Tay. Yeah, it is. Red's face turned weird at my answer.
Did you get it?
No, it's not mine. It's Tay's. Oh, gosh, this is just... I didn't say anything specific on purpose.
It's for Tay? Then do you...
Red's voice grew weaker. No. His expression grew weaker too. Red? Red was staring blankly in my bag. He came back to his senses when I called him and finally looked at me.
Uh-huh?
Why are you spacing out?
Oh, did I?
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, of course I am.
And Red started walking without saying anything. I put back the bread in my bag since Red was just quietly walking. He walked like that for a while and slowly opened his mouth. His voice was weak for some reason. Yeah? As I looked up, Red quickly turned his gaze. Huh? I felt like he was avoiding my gaze on purpose.
The commander is a good person, right?
His question was so unexpected. He must mean Tay, but isn't Red the one who follows him the most? I was a bit confused, but I faithfully answered his question. Of course Tay's a good person. He's nice and smart and... not a complete psychopath when you're not on his route? Well, actually, he's a complete psychopath even when you're not on his route. I take that back. Good person. Yes, if you choose not to become romantically involved with him. Ever. Red's face fell more at my answer. Did he fight with Tay or something? Why is he suddenly asking me this? I'm a bit worried. He stopped talking again after hearing my answer. He seemed cheerful just a moment ago. Why is he suddenly acting this way? 'Cause you're acting weird. We walked in complete silence like that and arrived home. Oh.
Oh boy.
Soon Tay will come home from work. I shouldn't forget to hand over the candies to him. It's Soy and no one else, so I have to do this favor for her. I promised myself. Oh, I opened the door and went out, thinking Tay would come any minute now. In the living room, Red and Yana were sitting side by side and watching TV. For some reason, Red's been staying quiet for some time now. The action hero show on TV was beaming out all kinds of colorful lights. They're watching that today again. Red, wasn't that trick so cool? Yano asked Red in an excited voice. Oh, you're actually excited about the show now. That's good. I thought Yano wasn't that interested in action hero shows, but he seems pretty enthusiastic right now. Yeah. But instead, Red seemed to be in low spirits. I couldn't get used to the way he answered indifferently with his shoulders drooped. What's going on with him? I was about to approach him and ask when the front door opened at that moment. I heard the door unlock and the person I'd been waiting for came in. Everybody ready for another awkward moment between everyone? All right. I'm back. Yay. Tay came back from work. He saw me while taking off his shoes and gave me a kind smile. Glad you're home. Commander, you're here. You're here! Red and Yana turned their eyes away from the TV and greeted Tay. Yeah. Oh, it's my turn to make dinner today, so I should hurry up. You know, you can rest for a bit. It's fine, I'm not that tired. Tay smiled at me and went into the library. I came to my senses after seeing him enter his room. Tay is by himself right now. I should give him the candies at this chance. I ran to my room to get the bag. Oh dear. It was here. Oh, found it. I took the small bag out and headed to the living room again. Surprised you didn't have it with you already. I knocked the door to the library. I heard Tay say, "Come in," and went inside. Don't go in there by yourself! Oh, sorry for bothering you. Oh wow, you changed really fast. It's nothing. What's up? This. I gave him the candies I was holding behind my back. Tay made a strange expression after seeing this. Is this for me? Yeah. He looked more confused after I nodded. Can you blame the guy? He thought for a while and asked again. Is this from you? I can't tell you who it's from. As Soy asked, I didn't tell him who prepared the present. Tay looked like he was thinking hard on something. Tay looked at me with strange eyes. Also not unusual. I decided to carry out all the favors Soy asked me right now. I should at least do this for her since I couldn't go to Banjul with her. And oh dear. That was... Nope. No. Let's try that again. And since I'm here, I have to ask something. Tay stopped looking at the candy bag and stared at me. I thought for a while on what to ask first and finally opened my mouth. Tay, what kind of food do you like? What? And it'd be nice if you could tell me the places you want to go. Tay looked flustered. Maybe he doesn't really have preferences. Maybe he's taken aback by the sudden interest? Well... Okay, I'll answer your questions. Tay finally opened his mouth after I urged him. But he looked like he was just hit in the face. Good grief. Don't overreact so much, man. Just a couple questions. My favorite food? You already know I like coffee and tea, right? That's probably it for food. And the places I want to go. I've never thought about that. Will this do?
Oh, yes. I nodded. Coffee and tea. I see. And yet I couldn't drink coffee. Meh. I shouldn't forget to tell Soy all this. Thanks for telling me. I smiled at him, but his expression still seemed strange. Oh, is he uncomfortable that I'm in his room? I stopped him from cleaning up his room, so I should get out now. You said you're going to cook dinner after you clean up, right? Tell me if you need anything.
Yeah, thanks.
Tay nodded. I left his room cheerfully, but for some reason the back of my head pricked. Oh? I think Tay really has a talent for cooking. He uses the same ingredients as I do, but his dishes are on a completely different level. I never knew steamed eggs would be this good. Steamed eggs? You can steam eggs? What does that taste like? What does it look like? I wonder if being a good cook is part of his release concept. Yano kept on exclaiming. Wow, this is so good.
Thanks.
I think it tastes better today, Tay. Yano chewed with his small mouth. He looked busy trying to praise the food and swallow it down at the same time. But beside him, Red was just quietly emptying his plate. Even Yuri, who liked to chat around, was showering, so the table was completely silent. It was odd that Red was staying this quiet. He seemed to feel good in the bus. Did I do something wrong? I felt bad after thinking that. Yano stopped eating and said carefully, Everyone's quiet today. Lance was always quiet, but... Red, is something going on? Yano said to Red. Huh?
Why? Is it too salty?
What?
You didn't seem to touch the side dishes.
Huh? Oh no! It's good! It's good! At Tay's words, Red hurriedly shoved some of the side dishes into his mouth. He must be manic-depressive. Oh, thanks, Lance. Red, are you okay? Yano asked again. Red messed up Yano's hair and forced out a smile. I told you, I'm fine. I'm really fine. Then Red turned his head and looked at me. The food the commander made, it's good, isn't it? Me? Oh, it's always good, but I think it's especially good. Did you put something in it?
I didn't put anything special. Maybe the food turned out better because I'm feeling so good.
It wasn't from me! Don't feel so great. You're feeling good?
Yeah, since I got a gift.
Tay said while looking at me. Oh, he must mean the candy bag I gave him earlier. Seeing him smile, I think Soy's plan actually worked. I don't know if you could hear that, but I just facepalmed myself. He's saying I feel great because I think you actually might like me, wink wink. And you're like, Soy's plan is working. Oh. I'm glad you like it. Red grew more sullen as I smiled. Yuri to save the day. I was about to ask Red what was really going on with him, but the bathroom door suddenly opened. Whoa, hello, sir. With white steam coming out behind his back, Yuri looked like he was posing for pictures. He does, actually. You know, his arms don't look to be very proportionate to the rest of his body. Here, anyway. It looks fine in a suit, but here, just... something's a little weird. I quickly turned my gaze. Oh no, a half-naked man. Very refreshing.
How about putting on your clothes if you're done showering?
Poor Red. Oh, what's with that face, Yuri? Mama Tay has started nagging again. But why is our warrior so sullen? Yuri noticed Red's odd expression and asked. What? Oh, it's nothing. I'm completely fine. You should have been the first one to finish eating, but you're still at the table. That's strange. You didn't eat at all. Well, it's none of my business. I see my honey's almost done. Yeah, everything was so good today. Hurry up and come eat. I tried my best not to see Yuri's shirtless body and answered.
Yuri smirked to see me like that. Then he changed the subject back to Red and started teasing him.
Aha, I see the cherry boy is going through puberty.
What are you talking about? Red's face heated up.
No need to be so shy. All boys your age have girls they like. Whoa, your face is red. Did you fall in love or something?
It's nothing like that.
Red, is something wrong?
That's... So, Oh. Red suddenly stood up from his seat. Did Yuri cross the line? Probably. Everyone stared at Red, surprised. Red? Red's face was so red. Besides, his eyes seemed a bit wet. Is he crying? Red said in a fierce voice. What? Oh, okay. I still like the commander. Tay's face, he's like, I don't swing that way, Red. Flattered, but, no. Everyone except Red froze. I don't know if he noticed that, but Red continued mumbling. The commander. I like the commander. I can't hate the commander. And, Red looked at me with a pitiable face. Why are you looking at me? Be happy. Ah! What? And like a scene from a soap opera, Red just stormed out of his seat. Oh no. Of course, the only place Red could go to was Grandpa's room. After he left, heavy silence flowed throughout the table. Well, I mean, what do you follow that up with?
What a shock.
He must be joking. Or he might have misunderstood. I hope. Do you think? Red seemed serious. I was flustered at Red suddenly coming out. I mean, this is gonna make doing his route a lot harder now. No, but before that, why did he tell me to be happy?
I think he rehearsed for the play too much.
Lance sounded annoyed. You're just mad because he didn't say he liked you, Lance.
Would he be okay by himself?
I think Tay should go to him. I looked at Tay, recalling Red's ardent confession. Tay seemed flustered too. I think there's a misunderstanding. Red likes girls, Tay said to me. Oh, so this is the misunderstanding.
I know Cherry Boy likes girls. My guts are never wrong. Why do I have to think about that red monkey's sexuality issues?
Lance already emptied his plate and laid down his spoon. Well, you go talk to him about it then. Yuri folded his arms and nodded.
Well, it's nothing weird. He's growing up. It's natural for boys his age to get confused.
What are you talking about?
You want to know?
Not really. Not through you. No.
Alright, then I'll refrain from explaining the details. Anyways, I can't see my honey surrounded by such angsty boys.
Yuri unfolded his arms and stroked his chin. And he looked at me with a charming smile.
My honey, it's not too late. We should go on a date this weekend. I'll be the most handsome, fantastic date no one else can be.
You're still trying to date me? Good grief, man. You tried through like 5 routes, including your own where you succeeded. Man. Gotta give it to you for persistency, man.
I cannot let my darling spend the weekend at home with someone like that cherry boy. Tell me, honey, if you have anywhere you wish to go, I'll take you. I'll devote this weekend to my honey. Is there any place you want to go?
You're the one who's most harmful to her in this house, Yuri. I'm fine with anything, so first put your clothes on. Yuri pouted at what Tay and I said.
But I want to feel the breeze.
But I want to know too. Huh? Yeah, huh? Yano quietly opened his mouth.
The place master wants to go on the weekend. Yano tugged my clothes and said. The atmosphere suddenly changed at what he said. Now Yano's trying to hit on me. Good grief, what's happening? Until just now, it was all shady because of Yuri. Yano's innocence is amazing. Oh, really? I want to know that too. I can't date all of you. I already did that. Go away. I don't really have a place I want to go, but if you do, I want to know. Tay asked too. Wait. I asked first. Shouldn't you answer just to me? Yuri seemed annoyed at Yano and Tay's foul play. Indeed. Get in line, you two. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever thought about it before. I was always alone on weekends, so I never thought to leave the house. The place I want to visit... I thought for a while. But I soon thought of one place. The showroom or the amusement park? Showroom or the amusement park? Showroom or the amusement park? We don't want to buy more dolls. We always end up back at the merry-go-round, don't we? I'd like to go to the amusement park. The amusement park? I nodded. When I was little, I went to an amusement park once with Grandpa. But that was my first and last time. I've only been there once. Usually everyone goes with their parents when they're young, but my parents were always abroad and busy, so we couldn't. That's why I begged Grandpa to take me. But it wasn't easy going to the amusement park with Grandpa. I laughed for some reason. Grandpa loved to sit in the library and read books. Amusement parks were not his specialty, so I never thought to ask him. But that day I really wanted to go to the amusement park. I think it was some sort of celebration day. Uh-huh.
It wasn't just you and your grandfather that day. Think carefully. Think about who was there with you.
Remember me.
Master?
I widened my eyes. I heard Yano's startled voice beside me. Again. It's that voice again.
My honey, are you okay?
When I came back to my senses, I saw not just Yano, but everyone staring at me. Oh, yeah. I definitely heard something. And the voice wasn't even new. I've definitely heard it before. And very recently at that. But I couldn't think about the voice any longer here. I was too bothered by the worried looks. I just made up an excuse and told them I just suddenly felt dizzy. What was that just now? Again.
Then let's all go to the amusement park someday. It'll be so fun. We will attract more attention if we go as a group.
Aw, man. It would have been so cool to go with all you guys, though.
Oh.
Yana looked disappointed from Lance's words. Yuri shrugged his shoulders.
You only go as a group when you're in elementary school and going on field trips. Shouldn't a man and a woman go as a couple? It's a common place for dates. I feel quite obligated after hearing that my honey wants to go to the amusement park. How about it then? Why don't you empty your schedule for this weekend? I'll let you experience how steamy things can get at the amusement park.
Nope, I'll refuse. I refused instantly. Sorry, Yuri.
I'd like to go to the amusement park. Hey?
Really? Oh, come on. You said no to Yuri, but you're like, Tay? Tay, who was listening quietly, added. I looked at him a bit surprised. I didn't know Tay likes places like that.
He doesn't, he just likes you.
Tay smiled and nodded at my surprise. I should tell this to Soy! Aw, cutie, you're such a good friend. I noted to myself so I don't forget. I'm glad I'm now finally able to pay back Soy for everything she's done for me. Aw, Yuri! I love...
My honey, why are you smiling? You're not hoping to go to the amusement park with Mama Tay, are you? Huh? Really?
What? No.
Me with Tay? I was flustered and stuttered a bit. He's like, what? Come on. I glimpsed at Tay and noticed he was looking at me too. I hurriedly turned my gaze. Well, it's not a matter of whether or not I want to go. The only reason I asked was because of Soy. Oh, it's frustrating how I can't just reveal that here. Everything's getting more messed up.
Oh, my honey, I see. No wonder Mama Tay seemed so happy just now.
What? What's going on? I felt just as flustered as Yano was. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about that.
Yuri grinned. It was a perfect smile, but I hated it. Don't say anything weird and just get dressed. I told him off and took the last bite of my food.
Alright, I'll eat dinner after I put on my clothes.
After those words, Yuri went into his room. I stood up to put my plate in the sink. I noticed then that Red's plate was still on the table. Come to think of it, he just stormed into his room. I was worried about Red. Will Red be okay? I asked Tay on purpose. Does Red really like Tay? Tay looked troubled at my question.
He'll be fine soon. The reason he acted like that... To be honest, I can sort of guess why.
Huh? What is it? Tay seemed to know what was going on with Red.
If anything happens, I'll take care of it, so don't worry. You just go in and rest.
Then should I just let Tay take care of Red? No. He probably will kill him. I ended up nodding to Tay. This is gonna go badly. I mean, Tay's always reliable, so he'll be able to fix everything.